What up, what up, what up, what up,
what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what's goody, my
yeah, we out here, another Tuesday.
It's another one, it's another one, and we back at it.
Thank you.
Not like some,
once again for joining us.
This is your boy, Cubano.
And it's me, Poch, and today we have Lydianna, founder of the Aura Pop-Up Shop. She out here.
She out here doing her thing. She out here doing them things.
I'll be doing.
Yeah.
I
know.
Well, you can't say
that word.
Yeah, you can't say you trying. You're doing it.
I'm gonna keep that up.
So, because somebody always told me, trying is to fail.
Hear that?
You're not trying it. You actually doing it, right?
I'm doing it. We out here doing this shit.
You ain't trying, baby girl. You doing that thing.
2023, 2024, we doing it.
And beyond, you heard.
And beyond.
And I want to give a shout out to everybody in the live chat right now. We
Shout
out here.
Yeah. Yo, thank you everybody for pulling up each and every single week
Much
to chill
love.
with your boys.
Yeah, to join us at this hour, the Spittles hour. You heard?
And you know what time it is, right? I'm gonna take this little shot, right? But after that,
salute.
if you got it, please
Light it.
Please, just take that little lighter you got there.
This little one right here.
Oh, headphones falling off and shit.
Shit.
Make sure that bitch is burnt right. Cause today we got a discussion for y'all. A real discussion. We got our lovely Liddy in the building.
How y'all doing?
Yeah,
Thanks for tuning in.
Talk to us, man. We happy to
yes.
have you here.
We definitely happy to have you
Shout
here.
outs in the chat real quick. Hold on, my bad. We got a lot of people here today. We thank y'all for joining us, man.
Shout out.
We got Mama Love in the room.
Hi, Ma.
Shout out to Mama
What's
Love
up, Mommy?
all the
I love you.
time.
Hi, Ma.
We got Bunny, we got Boogie, we got Bundy,
Yo,
we got
Bugs.
Sham Strongarm, we
Yo,
got Quella.
Sammy. Yo, Quella, baby, I love you.
Tiffany Moore said whoop whoop. Shout outs, yo. Shout outs. We thank y'all for joining us, man.
Shout out to anybody that came on for me as well.
Yes.
Shouts
Drop the comments.
Drop
Feel free to
them.
engage, ask questions, and tap in because that's what we love here. The same way we invite everyone to sit here with us at this table, we invite y'all to join in at the chat as you vibe in your crib. Vibe with us as well. You heard?
That's a
Big
big
talks,
fact.
big
That's a
talks.
big
Real
fact. And everybody's welcome, like he said. Any and everybody, you could just come sit down, come kick it. You wanna?
Hell yeah.
I just think this is like a great space for us to just ventilate. If you feel like ventilating, and you ain't ashamed to be on camera ventilating,
Shit.
come holler at the
Come
Spittles. You know what I'm saying?
come
Because
through.
this is where you need to be at.
This is where we share opinions, perspectives,
Yeah.
experiences, knowledge. You know what I mean? That's what we come and do at this table. Come as you are. You know what I mean? And we respect all sides of the process. You heard? All sides and walks of life. Real talk. You know what I mean? And that's first and foremost here at the Spittles. You heard?
Absolutely.
That's a big fact.
And with that being said, before we jump into the topic of the Old Mule in the Well, which is a parable that I heard from a friend of mine, a former co-worker. I want to talk about Lydianna and the things that she's pulling up and doing because we got something coming up
Yes.
this weekend.
This weekend, we
Big
got something
shit,
nice.
Big shit.
We
We got the privilege, the Spittles, to go and join Lydianna at this week's jam session brought
Jam
to you
session.
by the Aura Pop-Up Show.
Yo, if y'all ain't already
Pop-up
see it,
shop, holla.
I need y'all to go see that because we
Yeah.
gonna be in the building, rocking that building, and we're doing. Guess what? Is it gonna be a live broadcast?
Yeah, we're gonna stream that shit on the Spittles. We're gonna be there.
So look,
Tune in.
2 times. Y'all gonna get us twice this week. I just need y'all to understand what's going on.
Tune
Y'all
in.
getting us twice this week,
Saturday,
baby.
you
Saturday.
heard?
Saturday. I need y'all.
7 p.m.-ish.
7 to
You know what I'm
11.
saying?
But we gonna let Liddy do the further explaining on
ahead, Liddy.
what's
Talk
the
your
part,
shit, Liddy.
what's the party gonna be about.
Talk your shit.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for having me first and
problem, no
foremost.
problem.
I appreciate y'all
No doubt, family,
100%.
you already know.
Listen, Saturday, April 29th, 7 to 11 p.m. We are at 265 West
down.
37th Street,
Write it down.
Manhattan, New York. You feel
Manhattan.
me? We in
West
Manhattan.
Side.
We brought it to the city. You feel me? Because this is a big event for us. The Aura Pop-Up Shop
It's the aura, baby.
is a place. It is a vibe. It is a spirit that promotes black performers and black artists, Black entrepreneurs. So
If
whatever
you're just coming to have a
do,
vibe, want to have a vibe,
yeah, and you know
Enjoy the
what?
performance.
We also not limited to our to anybody else as well. You know what I'm saying? But when I say Black people, I mean that I have to also uplift my people first. You know what I'm saying? And open that door for them, because that door is not always open for us. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's cracked, somebody still might close that shit. You feel me?
So you got to do what you can to push that shit open.
Yeah.
not push it open. You gotta kick that bitch.
You gotta kick it open, or guess what? We might get a saw and cut the wall open and come through that way.
Either way, we preaching
You know what I'm
that
saying?
shit.
We
We
getting
preaching.
in, you know what I'm saying?
We preaching. Yeah.
It might get a little crazy, but we getting in.
By any means necessary, huh?
By
Getting in
means
there. We
necessary.
in there because we out here. You
Absolutely.
heard? You heard?
Absolutely.
You
You
heard?
heard me.
You heard?
Yeah.
So
dope.
so
Be
so
sure to
so
pop up.
with this event going on, what's gonna be like artists
happen?
performing?
Yeah, elaborate on what we expect to see at the jam session.
All right. So when you come in, you're gonna see me. You're gonna see performers. You're gonna see musicians. You're gonna see the podcast. You're gonna see family. That's the first thing.
You heard her.
Now, again, we promote Black performers, so you will see different performers from all different boroughs, all the 5 boroughs for the most part, if not 5 or 4. You know what I'm saying? And they're coming
Fuck it.
to
5 is a great number, so we're gonna say all 5.
We're gonna say all 5. You know what I'm saying? And basically, they will be performing in a cipher style. Kind of thing. So the musicians will start off and they'll set the tune, you know what I'm saying, and then we'll have vocalists and performers just jump in. And it could be their own stuff, but it could also be based off of topics from the audience. So if the audience says love, you know, we're gonna try to stick with love and we're gonna try to create something.
It's like a concept formatted freestyle?
Yes, to a certain extent.
Crazy. That's something, Lou, I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, that's a fact, and everybody
It's
just
different.
tie in. I might write something on the spot.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the point. You know what I'm saying? If you got something in you, you could come and you might be able to come up real quick and get on the mic, because we taking everybody that got some type of vibe, you know what I'm saying? Some type of skill, some type of something to offer, you know. But like I said, that's what you should expect. We also have vendors there. You know, I promote the entrepreneurs as well, so we'll have edible vendors, we'll have drink vendors, we have a lot of vendors that you'll see.
It sounds like a night.
Yeah, tune in, you feel me? We got drinks, we got a great DJ Obi, you know, tune into him, DJ Obi.Obi, that's my brother, that's my mentor. Tune
Shout out
in.
to the bro.
Shout out.
Tune
Big up.
in, you feel me? So that's pretty much the night, and then we gonna party at the end. You know what I'm saying? Once we done with all the singing and shouting, hallelujah, right? We gonna get to the party and enjoy ourselves.
That's a fact, man.
And celebrate what we have done together. And that's pretty much it. It's gonna be a great
that's
night.
vibes.
Yeah,
That's vibes.
But so if an artist want to come up and be a part of the freestyle, how would they go about? Or is it already too booked up?
I'm about to say, y'all better hit me up right now. Hit me up
you're
right
interested
now
in
because
Today's
performing
Tuesday.
at the Aura Pop-Up
Yeah,
Shop Jam
today's
session this
Tuesday.
Saturday. You got to hit Lydiannna
Right
ASAP.
now.
Right
You
now.
got to get in that DM.
Right
Let me,
now.
matter of fact,
For real.
let me show y'all.
Right now.
Right there. You see that?
You gotta
right
get in there.
You need to get in there.
Look down below.
Get
Pause
inside
if
that
you
link.
have to. And
IG.
get inside that.
Hit Lydiannna
Hit
up.
up. If you
'Cause I've
ready,
been planning
Get your tickets to
already,
the
you know
jam
what I'm
session if
saying?
you just want to be there.
Yeah.
Holla at her for the tickets. There's a link in her
Absolutely.
bio, in the Aura Pop-Up Shop
And we
bio.
having a flash sale. You know what I'm saying? So if you like flash sales and you like discounts,
Everybody
you should
like a
definitely check out the
sale.
event.
You know that.
Right. We
sale.
love a discount.
Come on, you know when black people hear sale, you know that's the first thing
We kinda run a little
you
bit.
know what I'm saying? Them niggas-
So one of our viewers wants to know, is this a one-time event?
Oh nah, this is our first event like this. You know, I've been doing this since 2020 and a little bit before that. But we've been having different pop-up shops, you know, different paint and sips, different things. But this one is a jam session. So this is gonna happen way more. You know what I'm saying?
The summer
And
just
I'm
started,
not
baby.
worried about I'm not even worried about the success. And I know this is gonna be a reoccurring thing
It's
that
a
we're building
natural
up.
vibe. How could it
It's-
not be a
Man,
thing?
watch when y'all
Come
see
on,
what
man.
happens. Y'all gonna wanna come to the next one if you missed this one.
If you missed this one,
So-
And I
Stay
hope
tuned.
nobody missed it.
And I hope y'all at the first one. Damn, be
No.
at the first one, because it's always lit at the very first one, you
The
know?
first one is the one that
listen,
makes
if
all
you
the
ain't got no
magic
plans
happens.
Saturday, you do now.
Yes.
Pull up.
The jam session
7
brought
to
to you by the
11.
Aura Pop-Up Shop, 7 to 11. What's
Be
that
there.
Addy again? Drop that Addy again.
265 West 37th Street.
Talk about it. Tune on,
Manhattan.
tune in, pull up.
Funny.
Live streaming coverage by us here at the Spittles.
Here at the Spittles.
Come on, man.
The Spittles is gonna be there.
Yes.
We're gonna be live there.
More than a
And then
podcast, you
one
heard?
more thing too, it's like being at the podcast is going to be there, right? You might see an artist that you love to hear. You know, it's so good to experience them, right?
Different
but
types of
then
sounds.
you can get more information about them because there's going to be a podcast there. Things that
That's
you
a
might
fact.
not get from them. You feel
That's a
me?
fact. We
can
You
get
know,
it
because
right
you know
there,
a nigga
Paul.
might come on the
You
stage
can
and
hit the
perform,
live
and then
chat.
they leave.
You can send your love through the live
Yes.
chat, your
And say,
questions.
yo, what's good?
Everything.
You can see
Come
what they're about.
on, man. It's going to be
Yo,
lit.
bro, I
We're
ain't
doing
gonna lie,
something
this is
fucking
about to be-
different.
This is about to be epic. Remember when
Yo.
everybody used to watch WWE?
Yep.
Yo,
This is gonna be me and Parks
me
there.
and Cube, the announcer table now.
Exactly.
Yeah?
We gonna be there at the
Ringside.
I'm Jerry the King Lawler, and he's what was the other nigga name? And you look like that nigga too. The skinny nigga, a coach. Nah, that wasn't his name, coach. The other nigga, the skinny one.
Nigga said, nigga, chill. First of all, you hear this
Yeah,
nigga?
yeah.
What is that, Michael Cole?
Yeah,
nigga?
Michael
Fuck
Cole.
you.
Yeah, he used to look. Yo, bro.
Nigga, you look like
Yo, drop in the chat if
Taz.
this
You
nigga
look
don't
like- you look like
Bro,
Taz.
Drop in the chat if y'all niggas don't think this nigga
Yo,
look like
this
Cole
nigga's
from
stupid.
when niggas used to watch wrestling back in the days, man. I'm telling you, he does, bro. He does with the slick back.
Yo.
Come on, bro. All he gotta do is
Yo, drop the laugh emojis in the chat if y'all niggas agree with Cuban and think
Yeah.
I look like Michael Cole, the
Come on.
ringside announcer from
Come on.
WWE.
Think back.
This nigga's
Think back.
wildin'.
Think
He's
back.
wildin'.
I'm
He's
Jerry the
wildin'.
King. He's Michael Cole. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas say he's Jerry the King.
Yeah.
No, so then who am I? JR?
I'm the nigga.
Jim Ross, the nigga
Yeah,
with the cowboy
probably.
hat?
Yeah,
Respect my name, nigga.
I
What the
guess
fuck
you
talking
could
about?
probably be that nigga. Nah, but I
If you the
think
king, if you the
nah,
king.
Nah, but I think you look more like the Michael Cole nigga. I'm telling you.
Relax,
If-
okay.
You do, bro. You do.
Relax.
You do. You do. But yeah, though, it's about to be a lit
Yes, it is.
situation,
Yo,
and I want everybody to seriously.
A
If you
situation.
have time, 7 o'clock, you're not doing nothing, and you was just thinking about sitting in the crib,
Come through.
come chill with us. It's your perfect opportunity. Hey, you never know. You probably could come sit down at the table with us.
Yes.
That's a big fact.
That's what I'm saying.
An invite
Because
for
we
that
want
as
to hear
well.
from the guests too. You know, if you're having a good time, you having a good experience, definitely come to the table and let them know. Let us know, you know, because it's always good to hear feedback.
That's a fact.
You feel
That's a
me? It's
fact.
always good to hear what's good, what may not be good, but just like good vibes from the guests.
That's a big
Always,
fact.
You know, it's always important.
That's
So I'm going to type the information here into the chat because there's a couple of questions here. So to clarify that, once again, it is the Aura Pop-Up Shop.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's get the party started. That's just
Oh, shit, my bad.
we gonna get it. poppin'.
2023 jam session, right?
Yeah.
It's the 2023 jam. We gonna be jamming.
Yeah.
Jam session.
And
And y'all can, I'm going to just say it so they know where
7
to find
p.m.
it.
to 11 p.m. Boom.
It's at _ Lydiannna, so _LYDIANNNNA. It's 4 N's, y'all. Please find
4
me.
ends.
And then
4 ends because she's so full
yeah,
litty.
yeah.
And which is the
The
Aura?
nigga.
The
The
Aura
You know what I'm
Pop-Up Shop. The
saying?
Aura Pop-Up Shop is just spelled out.
Yeah, the aura _
It's the aura. And if you ain't in that aura, please leave that other aura that you niggas be
underscore
having
between the
at
aura.
home.
bad.
Save that extra aura for when you by yourself.
That's a
Come
fact.
to the
with
aura
that
with
positive aura.
vibes. We just want nothing but vibes, and we're gonna be there, and
like
we're gonna
that.
party and party.
Bam.
And
Right there. 7
bullshit.
p.m. to 11 p.m. 265 West 37th Street
You
in
know,
Manhattan.
Absolutely.
heard?
Come see us, yo. It's gonna be.
And is there an
live
admission fee?
Yes, it's
Admission
$20
fee is
at the door.
$20 at the
right?
door. It's
But
gonna be
if
cheap.
you go on my bio, go to the Eventbrite. It's the link in my bio,
It's the
like I
link.
said, and that's where the flash sale tickets are.
There you
Get your
go.
tickets.
Right
You know
there.
what I'm saying?
Lydianna's
It's
bio.
Yeah.
There's a flash sale going on. So go get your tickets there. Make sure you
So if
tap
you
in.
want to save a couple dollars,
That's what I'm saying.
you could just go. But make sure you hit the follow button too when you go into her link. Just don't go into the link and just
on,
spend the
y'all.
money. and-
Yeah, I'm not
you
just
understand what I'm
alright.
Act
saying?
like you know what to do.
saying?
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
a
No,
little
but sometimes you gotta
Act
let
like you
niggas
know what
know.
to
You know
do,
what I'm saying? A
man.
little bit because they'll just
As,
go in
as
there
you should.
for the
As you
link.
should.
But
Make
no,
sure you
press
in.
the
Make sure you do
follow
the same
button.
with us. Or if we gonna do all that at the end of the
Yeah,
episode
man.
like we
Stick
know.
around for a while.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Don't
This
just go to the
saying?
event and that's
That's
it.
it.
Stick
No,
around.
I need you to press follow, then go to the event, and everything is litty from there.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying?
Niggas in the chat was wilding with the Michael Cole shit.
fucking
Bundy said I look like Coach. This nigga. Oh no, he said Cuban look like Coach. You take your hat off. You really look like fucking Coach, nigga.
Wow. Nah,
Yeah, my nigga got the convertible over there.
nah.
Yo, I said I was JR. I said I was Jim Ross. This nigga said, nah, you ain't have a stroke.
Yo, that's fucked up.
fucked
Hey, yo,
up,
I
yo.
didn't want to say that. Yo, Al, you fucked up
Yeah,
for that.
you
Because I
fucked
thought about that. But then I was like, you know what? Let me not even say that. But Al,
Yo,
Somebody said-
Bundy, if you want a seat at the table, you got to pull up, pay that ticket, nigga, and holla at us. You heard?
Saturday, be there, be square, Bundy. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Just be there.
Just be there.
Real talk.
Jay
man.
Bunny, that's another one too.
J Bunny, be there. You
Be
heard?
there.
Stop fucking around. You heard? All of y'all, if you able to pop up, like I said, if you ain't got plans Saturday, you do now. $20 at the door. 265 West
Come on,
37th
man. Niggas
Street.
smoke that in
Come on.
10 minutes, man.
Yes.
Come on. And the venue is not 420 friendly, unfortunately, but
Yeah.
New York City is. So right outside the building, there
We
will be
outside.
cipher after cipher,
After
which
cipher
I will
after cipher.
attempt to stream inside the broadcast as well.
You
We
understand what
gonna
I'm
do
saying?
we
We
out
trying
here,
to get
man.
everything
Yo,
possible
so
going.
whether you here with us, whether you there with us at the pop-up shop or
Yes.
not, tap in to the Spittles page
Definitely.
on YouTube to catch the event, man. Holla at us.
It's
you
either
Pour
heard?
some
beat-
wine, listen to the music.
Get a
Then you
good,
gonna see
like I was
us
saying
Yeah.
earlier, a good
dance and
ambience,
shit.
a good vibe, a good
fucking-
situation.
A
You
good
understand?
Yeah, that's
moment.
all. That's what it's really about, dog. It's about the positivity, the vibe, the experience, the energy, the love. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The creativity that's gonna be on display.
You understand
Like we
what I'm saying?
bringing this shit together,
Like-
man.
like she said-
Why else we doing it?
For our culture,
Yes.
for
Oh,
our
fact.
like-minded people.
Our generation,
Yeah.
you know, it's time for us to do some different shit. You feel me?
man.
And even with the same shit, right? Still give your all, right? So for this one, we expecting everybody to give their all and turn up and learn how to network. The purpose also is just to network.
Network is key.
Cause yo,
Talk to the
you
people
might
in the
meet
room.
somebody-
That's a
yeah,
fact.
you might meet somebody, and that'll be the person that'll get
That'll
you
change your
somewhere.
motherfucking life.
Everybody
You know
there
it.
is saying what up to everybody
Hell
there. You heard?
yeah.
That's what it's about.
You-
Like,
you
come
might
on.
meet
That's
somebody-
the point of it.
Socialize, tune in.
You might meet somebody that'll change your life.
Yes.
You didn't even know it.
Or if you're a rapper, you might have found that puzzle piece, that vocalist that you needed. You feel me? That tune that you heard in your ear, and you was looking and looking, you might find her there.
Yep.
Mhm.
That might
So,
be a
so,
good
so,
mix.
you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, because you're gonna be performing
I'ma
there
be
at the
there
show,
too.
right, Liz?
And
Yes.
I got this girl named Samantha Diaz, yo. She won American Idol 2020. You feel me? This is big, son.
That's
She
shorty I was
performing.
telling you about. Her
She
friend that they were singing in
performing.
the staircase.
Yeah, that's
I
the
was telling you
girl.
about her
Yeah,
earlier.
check out my page. We was definitely singing in the staircase. You know what I'm
So
saying?
they
Won
about to-
American Idol?
She
they
won
about-
American
Yo,
Idol.
big applause to that.
They
Big
about
applause to
to
that.
blow. They about to
Big
blow
up
the
yourself.
blood clot
Big up yourself.
stage.
Big up yourself.
She go
They
crazy.
about to blow the
Big up
blood
yourself.
clot
Yeah.
stage.
So we got everybody from all different levels.
You understand what I'm saying?
Hold on, I got some
Underground
comments here.
artists,
Some
yeah.
comments. My bad, y'all. We got so pop
Talk to
out.
us.
Yo, Bucks Business in the building.
Yes,
Yo,
Bucks.
Bucks
Yo,
in
shout
the
out to
building.
Bucks.
Shout
Shout
out to
out to
Bucks.
Bucks.
My brother Bucks. So Bucks said catch me in there Saturday. Yes, Bucks popping out. Cuban does look like Coach.
Fuck you, okay? Fuck you.
20 on the table.
Yeah,
We out.
no.
Y'all going live for the
Yeah,
event.
20
Yeah,
on
we
the
Bucks
gonna-
look like
going
JR
live.
with the stroke. That's who
Going
look
live.
like JR.
Blocker in the house. Blocker in the
Blocker,
house. Yo,
wagwan,
much love, bro. Pick
Blocker.
up yourself, Blocker.
Big up yourself,
Yeah,
Blocker.
man.
Two shots, two
Yo,
shots.
thank you
Lights
for
is in the
everyone.
air. Lights
Yeah,
is
make
in
sure
the
you
air.
say
Lights
with the
is in
two
air.
shots.
Lights
You
is in
heard?
the air.
Yo, big
Lighters,
love to
lighters,
everybody.
lighters,
Thank y'all for
lighters,
joining in.
lighters.
You make it more exciting every week as well, yo,
That's a
because
fact.
this is y'all here in the room, right here. You heard? Like through the viewing, through the chat, y'all here with us. And we appreciate that. That shit is a big vibe, you heard?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know
That
what I'm
shit
saying?
hitting.
And we out here, we chatting, you know what I'm saying? We got the weed, we got our drinks, we got the vibe.
Like that.
So yeah, other than Saturday, let's talk about that parable. So today's episode topic of discussion is in regards to a story that I heard from one of my former co-workers at my old job. I was going through some shit in my old job, and niggas trying to throw dirt on my name, shit like that.
Regular.
And For those of y'all that know me, I'm a hard worker everywhere I go. I rep the hood that I'm in everywhere I go and work my hardest and go above and beyond. You better say something, Q.
Let's be real. Yeah, that you said the part that I wanted to say. You go a little above and beyond. So
the majority of the time, I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that.
9 times out of 10, you do more than you supposed to.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And then later expect I'm supposed to be.
My bad, Seiki in the building. Campus Cravings in the building. They said meet me at the bar at the jam session.
Yeah, that's my manager.
Y'all tickets now.
At the bar.
Campus Cravings. Shout out Campus Cravings, yo.
Meet her at the bar.
My bad.
She
and I know you got ADHD. I don't mean to cut you off. It's probably gonna be hard to remember what you were saying.
Make sure you pay up.
What you were saying?
Damn, man.
That's what I said. The ADHD shit. I cut the nigga off.
Yeah, bro, you gotta stop doing that.
Yo, my bad. I'm saying this nigga's in the room. I'm saying my bad. I find time. I'll create time for them. That man work ethic is phenomenal. So yeah, I'll be going above and beyond. Cuban.
Yes,
that's what we were talking about. Yes,
you go a little above and beyond, right? And people don't like that. You might think it. Yeah, you doing it for your own circumstances, like you told me earlier.
I do it on my own strength,
you're doing
my
it
own merit.
Hold on. You're doing it for your own circumstances and your own whatever. But certain people look at that like,
this nigga showing off.
Come on.
I know. I've been called a brown nose. I've been called a dick stomper. Like I said, I come in the hood stomping dicks. Watch your mouth, dog.
Yeah,
white guy. It's a white guy. I'm not racist, but it was a white guy.
He gotta calm down.
But you said, I told you I'm not one of those niggas. You said because you ain't trying to climb up the corporate ladder, bro.
No, all right. So then now we're gonna talk yin and yang, I guess, right? So Cuban in his jobs, right? He's a mind his business, keep his nose
alone.
Down, stay below the radar, nigga. He's a fly below the radar, nigga.
Leave me the fuck alone.
Nothing wrong with that. I'm sure probably a lot of people can fucking relate. Yo, what up, Spook? Spook is in the building. What up, Spook?
That's why y'all work together, because yin and yang.
Leave me the fuck alone. I'm trying
Heard you.
You understand?
And I respect that. Some people are like that.
Don't ask me for extra because it's no. And don't expect me to give you extra because it's no. Because you know why? The result is what he's talking about in this situation. I'm going to give you niggas my everything, and at the end of the day, all you do is just throw dirt on me. Other niggas is going to throw dirt on me. Then by the time it's time for me to get to where I'm supposed to be, niggas is
Your name is Barry?
Nigga, well, you've been late here, you've been this, that, and even...
Yeah, and everything you've ever done will be thrown out the window, yes. So I can say that, no matter what I did in the corporate world, above and beyond anyone's expectations, maybe, I've encountered times where if you made one small mistake, and I'm sure a lot of us can relate to this, you made one small mistake, and all the greatness that you put forward was null and void. Shit was irrelevant because you fucked up. You heard? Or when somebody try to, like you said, Cuban niggas be late, but like you say, you be late sometimes or even often 15 minutes late.
I was always late.
But you always do the OT. You did 2-3 hours afterwards. And I'm thinking like, there should be some type of balance to that logically, like considerably speaking. And if I was a boss, if this nigga came late 15 minutes every day, but he got right to it, and not only that, he stood 2 to 3 hours every day, I'm not going to talk about this nigga 15 minutes late.
I'm not even going to lie real quick, and like I'm not, listen, I don't want my boss to see this, but that's how it is with me or her. Like, she know, like, there's a lot of things that has been happening in my life. Like, since I've been in my pops passed, so she saw that whole situation and me having to be in and out, blah, 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 hospital, da-da-da. Then after that, just my business flourishing. And it's like she's allowing me to grow. But at the same time, she know if I'm late, bro, she know something happened. And she know that when I step my heels in that shit, she don't got to worry. Everything she can see. Once she see me at the door, she like, I bet. Now I'm back
good. I'm going back to the back.
It's not, okay, let me run you through this. And why the hell it's like, nah, because she trusts and she know that, look, I might be running late, but this the one that could carry that she's gonna do her job. I don't gotta check her 20 times. So that's also sometimes, it's important to be on time, and da 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 da.
It is.
But life happens.
I'm not gonna negate that. Yeah.
You ever seen a nigga that came early and be
niggas,
annoying?
man.
A
Or you
nigga,
ever
not
seen
even
a
that. A nigga that come early
and don't do shit?
and go to the bathroom and,
Yes.
and fake shit.
Yes.
For 30 minutes.
Or clock in and go straight change their clothes and then
Don't do
take it.
nothing.
They man, that was me.
Why you here early?
That was him. Shout out to that.
They man. What you talking about?
If I'm gonna come late, I'll run in that bitch and I do what I gotta do until I get out. Feel me?
And I'm still, but when it's time for me to get to my station, I'm gonna go do what I gotta do and I'm gonna get out. But nigga, I'm not. Me, just personally, I'm not killing myself for no company that don't give a fuck about me. That's just what I'm basically trying to say.
Well, I didn't conclude that, and I never have. Up until most recently, where I've become self-employed, I've been a fond believer of progress through proof. You feel me? And you know what I'm saying? Progress through proof and promotions and shit. I've been a fond believer of that, and thought that if you put forward extra, and even if you, like sometimes people could, y'all can relate to this. I know y'all can. You perform the duties of those above you sometimes because you're being helpful, and you hope that they would see that you can do that as well,
Right.
so that they promote you eventually.
Right, or just recognize you as a good
As a
person,
good worker.
good worker, yeah.
But that shit be falling on blind eyes all day. Real talk.
That's when you gotta check them and know how to check somebody. Actually, though, I don't mean going in the office and
Professionally, yes.
It mean like really being, open and telling them like, yo, listen, like I really work hard and be confident in what you have to say because they know when they got a good worker. They also know when they got bullshit.
Know your worth and state
Know
that
your
shit
worth.
if you feel like you're worth
Yes.
more in your jobs. Yes, because I done hit glass ceilings, and this is for one instance. So I'm gonna get back to why we brought up the subject because one instance of my last employments, no matter what I did, in my opinion, and by opinions given from others at that facility, I was an exceptional employee.
Okay.
I wasn't at the company for too much of a time, but they treated me like I was there for years based on how I operated and through my expertise from other jobs that I've held. So one day, somebody was spreading rumors around the facility that I was a brown nose to the supervisor. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Simply because I wasn't there for long, and I was in the supervisor's favor because of this. Because
But
of
tell
what I
them
was doing.
how your actions were though, Louis. If you're gonna tell them the story.
I was doing everything. What happened?
All right.
Because I knew I can. Way above my position. Why? Because I wanted to be above my position. Is that necessarily a bad thing?
It's not a bad thing.
Nah, but other people don't like that. I just told you at the beginning, bro.
Well,
Not
hold on,
responsible
we don't
for
give
what
a fuck
other people
about-
like.
Yeah,
Heard,
I'm about to
Liddy?
say, we ain't really never cared
on.
too crazy about what other people think
people's
about.
fuck- nigga,
Especially
I'm
niggas that's
shining.
on my
I'm
level. Like
shining.
if you're, like I'm a teacher. If you're a teacher,
Bro, that's how where the
up.
problems happen.
You know what I'm saying? If you're above me, then you could tell me, what I need to improve on. But if you're on the same level with me, like, yo, we both learning,
Yeah,
we both.
but you doing extra shit for no reason. Bro,
But no
you've
reason
been,
to
you've
their
been in that
eyes.
environment where this nigga, this nigga is going crazy.
But for no reason in their eyes.
Yeah, but why you sound
got
like
a
one of them
reason.
niggas. He sound like one of them
Yeah,
niggas.
that's what I'm saying. We got a
Yo,
reason.
you
Maybe
one of
that's
the
just the
neighbors. You
caliber.
one of the neighbors that's throwing dirt on the mule. We gonna get to that.
No, I'm
Cuban
not.
said, "Fuck it, y'all niggas. I'm with y'all. I'm throwing dirt too."
No,
Nigga, I'm the
no,
mule, son.
because I'm gonna tell you, and different with me, like
I'ma
bro,
get out
you
of
doing
that shit.
You
extra.
gonna tell
you
me
don't
what? I'm not doing extra. That's on me, my nigga.
Bro,
Are you
don't-
doing it?
No, but you don't gotta be like that. That's just me, and
That's
and
my
I've been
choice.
like that.
How does
You
it?
don't-
How does it affect you?
being
How does
extra,
it
though.
affect
You don't-
I'm not being
If
extra.
anything, to me, the real thing that defines which one is worse and which one you're not getting from is the fact that the person that is there to help you, or like say the boss, whoever, are they receiving? Are they appreciating what you're doing? That's the point.
No, they
Right?
never do though.
Not never.
Yeah, come on, Cuban. That's very.
A lot of
pessimistic
times
of
they
you.
don't, right? But it also depends on how much you was also looking for.
So I see Bundy here said. He says, I guess you come off as a try-hard. I think that's what he's trying to say.
Buddy.
But that's the
Bundy,
insecurity. in
Bundy,
that
I'm trying to
person
figure out what
me.
you're saying. You
Yeah.
said you're an
'Cause
average
you
Joe,
should be doing your
fly
job
low.
fervently. You know what I'm
He said
saying?
you're an average Joe, fly low. I guess he thinks like But Bundy, stop
Bundy
it, nigga,
knows
because
what
in
I'm
your
talking
job,
about. Bundy know what I'm talking
stop
about.
it. No,
Bundy
because
knows what I'm
Bundy
talking
knows what
about.
I'm talking about. Let me show you something real quick before we dive in.
Bundy knows what I'm talking about.
Bundy, my brother, this is my brother Al Bundy. He works inside of a warehouse environment where he came in there as a newbie and outworked everybody the fuck in there and became the lead in there. And he has had his share of neighbors throwing dirt on him. Stop it, bro. Bundy, hit the chat and tell him and confirm that with some fire emoji, my nigga. If you know what I'm talking about, bro.
Because
He
nobody
been in that
should
same
stop your
position.
shine. You feel me? If you know how to do something, you doing something good, keep it up. Like, it don't matter how hard you doing it. That's like if I'm mad at the next bitch that's doing more pop-up shops than me.
See, but
The
Bundy
fuck am I
said
mad at her about?
exactly, and they said when you don't do the extra, your name is bashed.
Yeah.
It's either way. It's the catch-22. Like some people will bash you for doing too much, and some people will bash you for doing too little.
Some people bash you for doing exactly what you're supposed to fucking
And
do.
I don't care about that. Right? I don't give a fuck about
Right.
that. So I was in that environment, operating high, above the standards. Who cares? And yes, I'm the type of analytical person. I step in a job, I start questioning things too. Hey, some people don't like me because of that. I start questioning things that could
It's not about lack
probably
of work
have
ethic.
improvement. I try to make suggestions towards improvement because whatever environment that I'm in, I'm opinionated, highly opinionated, if anybody knows me. So I ran in there doing that, and people were taking my suggestions. People were very, very receptive of me. That's the short story, right? But one day, somebody started spreading rumors that I was a brown nose, right? And he was doing something improper one day. Yo, now check it out. He was doing something improper one day. And I was appointed the team lead on Saturday shifts, right? He was doing something improper, and I went to tell him that to chill out with what he was doing because he wouldn't want it to get to the
Higher ups, period.
That's it. That's
And
what I was
take
saying.
a second.
I'm gonna tell you about it, Papa.
Thank you.
I'm gonna tell you about it here at ground level, my nigga, so that it don't get to them over there.
And that's actually love. And it don't mean like I love you so much, but that's just regular love that you should try to share with
I don't
people.
have no allegiance
Like if I
to
see
him.
somebody that like, you know what I'm saying, got a little problem.
All right, but how did you say it though, Lou?
What happened?
How did you really How did you really say the message?
I said it just like that. Listen, somebody told me that you was rolling around doing such and such, and that would be frowned upon by the supervisor. So it didn't get to the supervisor yet, and I suggest you stop doing that before it does. Because if somebody else saw it already, imagine, right? That's all I said. He said, you act like you're trying to help me, but you just talking shit about me. Or some shit like to that relevance. And I was like, what?
So that's when I
said, you
pulled
bugging,
back.
bro. I'm
I
trying to
said
help you.
one
What's
time,
wrong with
I
you? You
said-
know what? I'm not going to say shit no more.
Yep.
And in regards to talking shit, you're the one that be talking shit because rumor is you be running around talking about I'm a brown nose and all that, bro. So what's your problem? I don't brown nose nobody. I work for my merit. You heard? I work for my credit.
Talk your shit.
I work for mine.
So he
thought that I was going to go back to the supervisor and tell him about our altercation. Now, this man has heard me talk in the parking lot freely about rap music. He's joined in the conversation a couple times and heard me say the N-word all over the
He didn't
parking
call
lot.
you that.
Nah, that nigga went to supervisor and said, he went and snitched himself out and told the supervisor that he was talking shit about me and calling me a brown nose. Supervisor said, unfortunately, I would have to report that to HR because that's slander. And he's like, well, if you report that, then I'm going to report that certain someone said the N-word.
Oh, sir.
So long story short, he reported me for saying the N-word. And as soon as that happened, everything I did in that company,
the chat going
crazy. All the credit went out the window. Let's hit these comments real quick. Spook said, don't knock me for excellent work ethic. Your lack of work ethic ain't my problem. That's a fucking fact.
Period.
Your lack of or whatever, not even your lack of work ethic, but your perception is not my fucking responsibility. How I perceive to operate is my responsibility. So that's why I do what I do, nigga. You heard?
Ain't nobody was talking about nigga work ethic.
Mama Love said, can't go hard sometimes, man. You're not indispensable. I know that you're not indispensable, but I'm not thinking that I'm going to be thrown away when I'm operating in the standards that I operate. Nor I'm thinking that it makes me indispensable. I know we still I'm not thinking that's going to solidify my fucking position and they're never going to throw me away. Mm-hmm. I'm not thinking that. I know that's a reality.
But a lot of people do go in there thinking that.
Fool's gold, bro.
I like that. Look. For instance, like that tyrant nigga from the P car nigga, right? You think niggas are ever? You think
Nigga
niggas
dropped
are
the name.
ever?
Shout out to Picard.
Fuck that nigga. You
Yo, that nigga was a tyrant for real.
You think
One of my former supervisors.
you think that nigga would ever be? And his work ethic is what?
I'll have my own opinion on that, but he may think he's doing exceptional.
But what's his work ethic? Just really scream at niggas. That's his work ethic. And scare niggas.
In my opinion, yeah, he's more threatening for his reinforcement than anything. He's menacing. Yeah, that's the type of supervisor he was. So you can understand that standpoint, right? He was come and bully you regardless of what you're doing, good or bad. He's a fucking dick.
So what type of work ethic does he really have?
Huh?
So does it really matter?
No, he just got power. Sometimes work ethic doesn't matter. It's power. A lot of the times. So at that, and even though with that being said, my work ethic don't matter at those times either. Just power. Those above me, they don't give a fuck about how I felt. So the power trumped my work ethic. Yes. So with that instance where I was reported saying the N-word, and morally speaking, I didn't go into the office lying because I've known I've said the N-word freely, but I've never said it in a context where it was offensive to anyone or derogative to anyone at all. And I explained that. A lot of us out there talk like that. It's part of our culture. And I was told that regardless of your culture or your perception of the context of meaning, you cannot use that word in a professional environment. Okay, understood.
Definitely in a professional.
So one of the co-workers that vibed with me and saw my work ethic the whole time, an older gentleman by the name of Mario, shout out to Mario.
Shout out to Mario. It's me, Mario.
He taught me something that day. Nigga, you play too much. Yeah.
What?
My mama called me Luigi too, but that's a whole other story. Shout out to mama. It's a whole other story.
What's that nigga with the yellow hat?
That's Wario. That's my brother Bundy. Shout out to Bundy.
That's Bundy.
I can't be Princess P now. That's her name.
Princess Peach? Nah,
And I can't be that.
you gotta be another
lizard nigga
ethnicity. We gotta find it.
either. We gonna find that shit.
That's another topic of
I'll
discussion.
be a mushroom. Fucking.
Fuck it.
Told.
Hey,
I got
neutral.
this.
Niggas is neutral, you heard?
Who told? Told is neutral. He chilling.
Nah, ain't nobody being the told tonight.
A couple of comments here. You said, so mama said you won't be replaced, no doubt about it. If people care enough to tell you about yourself,
Listen, throw
then
some
you should
cool
hear them out.
Mario Kart.
Send me strong arm. Yes, sir. I understand that. We are willing to hear it out. My man Bucky said, throw some coins in the chat for Mario. Big facts. Throw some coins in the chat.
Yo. Way too much, bro.
But so the Mario homie came to me and he was like, "Hey, Lewis." Oh, I threw my government out there. Yeah, Potch, aka Lewis. For those of y'all that don't know that, but whatever. So he was like, "Hey, Lewis, yeah, have you ever heard of the story of the Old Mule in the well?" And I was like, "Nah. What's that?" He's like, "I'm gonna tell you when we go to lunch." So we go to lunch. And hear me out, y'all. I'm sure y'all can resonate with this. We go to lunch, and Mario proceeds to tell me the story of the old mule in the well. And he says, there was
You
a
gotta
farmer.
sum it up fast, though.
Yeah, so I'm going to paraphrase it. There was a farmer and a mule, right? And the farmer has had the mule for countless of years. The mule has done great work for the farmer. Exceptional work. The farmer loves the work of the mule. Reliable as hell, right? One day during the work that they were doing, the mule wandered off out of the workspace and accidentally fell into a well. And he was crying out to the farmer, and the farmer heard the cries and came to the well. And the farmer thought about it and said, damn, I know that this well is a great worker, so reliable. But the effort it would take to get this mule out the well is too much. So neither the mule nor the well is worth saving. I'm just going to bury the mule in the well and seal the well shut. So he enlisted his neighbors to help him throw dirt in the well, to bury the mule in the well and seal the well shut, because it can no longer be used as a water source.
And the mule is no longer used because he's a piece
He's in
of...
the well, and I got to get him out of there. Now, we're not doing all that. Let's just close this shit up and call it a day.
piece of shit.
It's fucked up. The farmer was fucked up for that. Fuck you, farmer.
So,
But, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy, Mario. And he's like, listen,
No
the neighbors
options?
all got together and threw, no other options, right?
rope?
No rope, nothing.
Nothing.
He said, that's going to take too much time. Let's just,
ladder.
can I get that dirt? I have dirt right there, guys. Can y'all please all your farm hands and y'all all help me get that dirt in this well? So they all threw the dirt, started throwing the dirt in the well, and the dirt is hitting the mule on the back, and he's like, oh my God, what I'm gonna do? Everybody's throwing dirt on me, and I'm surely going to be buried if I don't do something. So the mule gets struck with a thought.
Bing.
If I just shake the dirt off and step above it, let's see what happens, right? So as each bucket of dirt, shovel, whatever it was thrown on top of the mule's back, as dirt was thrown at the mule, he shook it off and stood above it, repeatedly shaking it off and standing above it. No matter how much dirt.
I want to try that
Check
shit
it out, though. I know y'all hear me already. I know y'all hear the message coming.
off.
I know y'all hear the message coming already.
I just want to try that
No
out.
matter how much dirt they threw on him.
I'm going to find the well and the fucking animal. Let me shut up.
Cuban stupid. Cuban play too much.
Because I just want to know how this. Go ahead, though. Go ahead. Yeah.
Because the dirt just kept elevating. Hear me out. Because I know y'all hear me already. No matter how much dirt was thrown on him, he shook it off and stepped above it.
So even if this shit was like 6 feet?
My nigga, increasingly, as they kept throwing the dirt, he shook it off and stepped on top of it. The dirt kept getting higher and higher.
Because with soil, when you smush it down, it
You
just get
compact
bigger.
it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know that.
You know that. You
So
plant.
he was like
You
stomping.
compacted. Now it became solid ground every time. Every time he stood above that dirt that they was throwing on him, it became solid ground more and more. And after a while, inevitably, the dirt was high enough for the mule to get out of the well. So the dirt that they threw on him, what initially was meant to bury him, what initially was meant to bury him, lifted him out. And I know y'all can hear that message. Mario told me to shout out to Mario.
It's me.
He told me, no matter how much dirt they throw on you, shake it off and step above it.
That's the message.
And surely what was meant to bury you will lift you up. You heard? Big facts, man. Shout out to Mario.
Shouts out to Mario for the story, right? But I just was saying
We got Artwell Creative in the building. Shout out to Christina. She said she loved the story. Thank you.
If we throw a mule in there, realistically,
You getting too stupid. This nigga just asked me, I ignored something a moment ago, but I know y'all heard it. This nigga said, was the soil moist?
Yeah, was it? Like,
Yo, Cuban, shut the fuck up,
Like,
Cuban. And
was it?
Yo, you drinking too? Yo, salute to that. This nigga said, was the soil moist? I think it was. That shit compacted very well.
It had to, because D-Man.
Yeah, you know why it was moist? From the fucking mule crying, my nigga, the whole time.
But it's a well too, so they got some type of a little bit of water or something in there. Right?
Talk about it. See,
Hello.
Letty is analytical. She said, remember the water that was in the well already, Cuban? Fuck up, Cuban. Stop it, kid.
So that motherfucker was in there swimming the whole
Literally
time.
waiting for his master.
I didn't hear that
to
story
Get him
at
out of
first.
that shit. And all he look up and see is dirt in his eyes and shit.
Come
Like,
on. They
fuck
niggas just
on,
throwing
man.
dirt on him. Be like, fuck y'all. And the farmer like,
helping me?
he like, everything
He
I
like,
did for
no.
you, my nigga?
All right, but I'm just saying it depends on how much water's in that well, because a lot
All
of
right, but so then I had this conversation with Cuban, and we're gonna get to both of y'all perspectives on this, but I asked Cuban earlier if he ever was the mule. You heard? Mm-hmm. And this nigga said that he was oblivious to everything around him.
I don't give a fuck
So
about this
even if niggas was finna throw dirt on him, that shit just bounced off Cuban and was like right there on the floor, and he walked away from it or whatever. I don't know.
give a fuck about that, because I'm doing whatever you expect I'm supposed to be doing, not doing anyways. So I give a fuck what you say about me.
Yo, Buck said all that dirt helps us rise to the top, and that's a fact. Sometimes you use that dirt to your leverage, my nigga, to your benefit. You heard? Regardless.
Yeah, but I don't pay
Laughing-
attention
you
to
laugh
that
in the face
sucker
of adversity.
shit.
All right, you ain't
I
been
ain't
through that.
trying
That's
to
what's
do
it.
the most.
That's what's
Like,
it.
that's what it goes back to
8 billion
earlier.
people in this world. You didn't go through that? God bless you, my G. Like,
I really
You ain't go
didn't.
through that.
No. Have you been through
okay,
that?
now hold on. Before we tap into if Liddy's been on that or not, I'm gonna make a joking comment because somebody out there may get in their feelings if they heard this and they're watching. But you felt like some people were trying to down talk you and throw dirt on you, and you shrugged it off and rised above that conversation. Recently with somebody that we know, and I made reference to that. You was the mule in that situation. Cut it the fuck out, man. Cut it the fuck out. Cut it the fuck out, nigga. Yo, card pulled, my G. Card pulled. You heard? Get it the fuck out of here. You heard? Now, Liddy, tell us, man. Have you ever been the mule?
I mean, yeah, I feel like, look, Aside from you, everybody must have had been there because, like,
come on, man.
I mean,
I ain't trying to do the most for no reason.
nah, but my thing is this,
And somebody
right?
else's shit.
Even if there's no
That's you.
above, like even if it's just a mutual understanding, right? A mutual understanding has a level of loyalty into it, right? If you have a mutual understanding and a handshake, you expect a little bit of loyalty. The farmer, his job was to have the food and all that shit, take the ground, blah, 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 blah. The mule was supposed to listen to the mule, listen to the farmer, do his
Put that work
whatever,
in, you know.
right? That was the agreement. Then the nigga fall, he doing his best, he fall into the well, and he look up and he see his master throwing
Come on, my G.
soil out of everything else.
Mistakes happen, nigga.
You know what I'm
Everything
saying?
after everything I did for you.
That's the same as your family or your friends, like everything you've done, and it don't mean about the above and the beyond. You know what I'm saying? It could be as simple
Could be
as
regular
yo,
shit.
like I'm throwing, you threw up. You know what I'm saying?
QB,
And I
you
helped
been there,
you.
QB, stop
right?
it.
That's regular shit. And then the day I threw up, you laughing at me and got me on Facebook. Like that's the level of like. You don't need somebody to fuck up your loyalty, your mutual understanding. And it wasn't like he was doing above and beyond. It's just like, you're the farmer, you're the mule. He fell in, you're supposed to get him. Like, come on, simple as that. Your friends, when you fall, they supposed to get you, not throw dirt on you.
Come on, let's
Because
talk
the
about
mutual
that.
understanding is friendship. The mutual understanding is loyalty. And it don't mean about the above and beyond. You know what I'm saying? Just the regular
It
shit.
don't gotta be the above and beyond. Exactly. It's regardless. Like the mule, when the mule was working, his perception may not be that he's above and beyond. He just doing his
working.
thing, boy. He just doing
That's
his
how
thing.
he moved.
That's come on.
That's how his body is.
He don't think he is above and beyond, bro.
That's his body.
And what you think is not my opinion. Like, you know, like when the nigga thought I was a brown nose, that's not my responsibility. That's not my opinion to harbor, my nigga. That's yours. I think otherwise. Excuse me. Like, you know, like.
And maybe in your eyes you think that it's a mule, but that's really a stallion. You feel me? So your mentality is actually not even right. That's actually a stallion. So you got a stallion down there, and you
don't
treating it
even
like
know
a
it.
mule, and
That's
you
a
throwing
fucking
dirt on
fact.
it, but you
Shout
thinking it's a
out.
mule. You know what I'm
Shout
saying?
out.
When people don't see your work, they
Come on,
think
bro.
they know, but they don't.
It's not a donkey down there. You got it confused, my nigga.
Feel me?
That's not a donkey.
And then
That's
Bucks
just how the
Bizza
story
said
went
all
around.
that dirt helps us rise to the top. Yep. Christina laughing at the whole not the moist soil. She said not the moist soil because Cuba's stupid as fuck.
Nothing. The thing is, that's so moist or not, man. What's
And Mama
going on?
Love said at the end of the day, all that dirt helped him escape his circumstances.
Yes.
That is a
Spook
fact.
killed it. What we killed? Yeah, I know that motherfucker.
Now his
Killed it.
problem would be if he went back to the farmer, right? Kept up that loyalty.
That's a fact.
Now that's the problem.
So with that
He's
being
supposed
said,
to run off.
as we proceed with the story, and
the wild.
Mario told me that story, and I'm like, yeah, my nigga, you right. And that was beautiful, and I appreciated that wholeheartedly. I'm like, dog, you murdered that. That story was beautiful. You heard? And I held it to heart, and I went out there and I operated as the fucking mule that they anticipated me to be. They threw that dirt on me on this mule. You heard? And what I did, as the mule in the story, I shook it off and I rised above it. I no longer work for that company. Am I remorseful about that or any decisions that happened within that circumstances, or am I saddened by it? No. I'm actually proud of what happened through that because it showed me my self-worth, my self-worth. You know what I'm saying? Like she said, the mule will be a fucking fool to go back to that farmer now.
Yeah, because he
And
dragged
continue
it.
to work. Niggas drag the shit out of it. That's what happened when they dragged. I'm like, word? That's how y'all treating me? I'm out of here. You hear me?
He dragged it.
And I got the fuck up out of that situation because they dragged it too. Because someone heard me say the N-word, and because my moral integrity admitted it, my nigga.
Right.
Like, cut it
I
the
said
fuck
but
out.
It wasn't
Like,
to hurt nobody, if anything. Like, a lot of people say that shit mean.
and that nigga that reported me was saying it too. He was listening to 50 Cent and Snoop Dogg and all that. In the
And
parking lot,
and he a
rapping along to the
Caucasian?
songs.
And he a Caucasian?
I don't know what he was. He had some like a Russian descent name, nigga. Shout out to that nigga. Who gives a fuck?
His name was
You get
Carl
love too.
Boscovich.
You get love too, nigga. Because I don't even care at the end of the day. Yeah, that's what he need, man. Because that's what the haters need. They need love too. You hear me? It's a deflection kind of deal. You heard? And I'm sure y'all all been the mule, and the person that was throwing that dirt on you was a nigga that wish he could be the mule. You heard?
Yep.
Cuban, you saying you're not supposed to be that mule sometimes. But some people rather be that mule, B. Real talk. And I don't see no harm in
But there's
that.
no problem with the mule. Actually, the problem was never with the mule.
It's with
Just 'cause
the-
he
it's
was
with the
it's
farmer.
With the farmer, man.
The farmer's a fucked
Your
up
bro
individual.
Fell down, and that's like,
Come on, man.
First off, hold on.
And that can relate on so
That's
many
his
levels.
means
So
of
many
income.
levels.
Your means of income actually fell into the well. That's actually
Your
bringing
hard-working,
back. That's your
reliable mule. That nigga.
You know what I mean?
No, that nigga, that shit
400
gonna
acres
change
and
the
a
game,
mule.
regardless of how you feel.
Your
But
mule's
niggas move
like-
on for that. Clearly, niggas move on from that,
And
Liddy.
you was going to dig and throw rocks and dirt on your mule?
Liddy, clearly,
crazy.
clearly niggas move on from that
Kinda
because
crazy.
that's how it goes. I'm sure you've been in a job where you was like, if I leave here, this shit gonna be upside down.
Oh, yeah.
You probably even returned to that place and saw it upside down. Like, damn,
Yeah.
nigga, if I was here,
Or they called
none of
me
this
back
shit would
and
be
it got
going
better.
on.
You called me back and it got better.
You hear me?
Let's
Because
do
of
it.
how you operate.
Yeah.
I've
Good
been there.
energy, that's
I've
what-
walked into environments that I've used to work in. I'm like, wow, this shit would have never been like this. But and not
But it
because they
hurts
asked me to,
sometimes,
but
too.
because I had my own standards. You heard? And I ride for the hood that I was working for. You heard? That's why. That's how I represent that. Like,
But not, like I said, not with all that. Like you said, it was something, maybe it's something small, y'all got over it, and you was able to come back and do your thing. You threw dirt on me and was gonna kill me type shit. That was your
I'm
memo?
not finna come back.
That's kind of crazy. You gotta really think about what his
Contract over.
desire was. It wasn't just to throw dirt so he could step up. That was his idea to get himself out. The real thing was he was trying to kill him.
Yeah, game was over for that mule. Game party was over for the mule.
Nothing to get that.
He
nigga.
said, you know what? I don't need this mule.
And
This
then
mule
you-
orders well.
And then you had all them people, right? Or you had all them people. Why you ain't put a ladder down, right? Or a rope. Two of y'all go
Come
down.
on, all those people,
The
dog.
rest of the niggas grab a rope, get y'all like.
That was
wow.
dinner.
Because that was too much work.
insane.
Nah, that was too much work.
Dinner. They thought that was about to be dinner.
He got more wells. He
Yeah,
got
but
more
what about-
wells,
what about
more
those-
mules. You heard? He got more wells,
what about-
more mules. He
That
said,
could be
fuck
something
that
too.
well and fuck that.
But what about if they was starving and ain't no more meat?
I don't know where you're going with that, Papa.
I'm just saying.
Somebody want to answer Cuba's question in the live chat. What if they're starving and there's no more meat? I don't know how that applies to the mule in the well. They
He's a
finna eat
mule.
the mule, Cube?
Yeah, why not?
Niggas eat mule?
Hey, man.
Hit the live chat and let me know if niggas eat mule. Oh, I'm pressing too much shit right here. Come on. Hit the,
You never know, bro.
that shit.
You never
That's
know.
just actually that sound was applicable because you must be in a daze right now talking about eating some fucking
Nah,
mule.
that-
Yeah, bro.
shit
The real talk, in Cuba, it's a meat called tasajo, and that's horse. And they
All right,
eat
yeah,
that.
and niggas eat
So what's a
chivo
mule?
también. Niggas eat chivo también.
Yeah,
That's goat.
Niggas,
But you
niggas,
think
come on,
niggas eating
niggas,
mule?
come on,
Probably.
bro.
Niggas eating pig, right?
Come
Yeah.
on, nigga. That wasn't
Yo,
far-fetched.
somebody want to Google that and confirm in the live
Come
chat
on.
for free.
Come on. I wouldn't eat that shit.
Yeah.
But
crazy.
niggas will probably eat that.
Some mule?
crazy.
Probably.
Mule, nigga.
Probably.
That went crazy.
Come on, bro.
And that was the discussion right there of the old mule in the well. And like you said, you could relate to that. You've been in that environment. Cuban says he not really aware of that.
And that's okay, because
That's
life,
cool too.
life be life.
Sometimes it pays to be oblivious too, I guess. And keep your head down.
And still get fired.
But at the same time, I challenge you with a
Still with the
question.
next one.
Before we
Yeah.
go, we got a couple minutes, and I'm just gonna challenge you with a quick question, Cuban, before we go. Right?
up?
And maybe y'all could chime in on this before we go too. I hope y'all still live in here, paying attention. We got mad people in the room.
That's a fact.
I want to hear y'all comments on this.
Oh wait,
If you're
wait.
keeping
Spook
your
said.
head-
Spook said you killed that stallion.
Stallion comment, Liddy. Yeah, that's a fact. When you said the stallion, that's a big fact because that's a stallion down there. It's my man Spook from Colorado. Spook is in Colorado right now. That's what's up. Shouts out to
What's up,
Spook
Spook?
for tapping in all the way from Colorado. So before we go, right, I want to ask you this though, right? If you're that mule that's keeping your head down and you're not operating
Still
as much as
died.
like, I guess that's your
Still
standard.
died. The
I'm
mule
not worried
still-
about that. I'm not worried about that right
He
now.
still
But
was about to die.
I'm talking about that whole time
About
though.
to, though.
In experience, he ain't know that whole well situation was an accident, my G.
He still got. I fell
Cuban,
in the whole well.
the whole
still.
well
I'm
situation
still,
was an accident.
I'm a mediocre well. I'm a mediocre motherfucking
Mule?
mule, right? And I
You fell in the well, niggas is destined to bury your ass then.
and I figured it out. Like,
Because you
oh
want to
shit.
be oblivious, and you don't see the dirt
Fuck this
hitting you
nigga.
in
He
your
don't.
fucking
This
head.
nigga don't do much. This nigga don't do much anyway.
No, hold on. No. I'm like, oh shit. Like you said, the dirt. If I shake the dirt off and stomp this shit down,
You gonna get up out of there
I'ma get
regardless?
up
If
out
you're
of
smart enough.
Yeah.
Mediocre mule might not think about that.
Why not?
Because he don't give a
might
fuck
be
about
just playing
rising up. He don't give a fuck about
Yeah,
rising
but
up.
I might be
that
just
nigga on
playing
some
dumb.
oh well shit.
I don't want to rise up for you. Doesn't mean I don't.
Oh
wanna rise up
well,
for
done
myself.
landed his ass in the well. You see? Like,
Oblivious to their intentions, but you're cautious to what could happen at the same time, right? So their intentions, you like, I don't really see what the fuck you doing. I don't really care what the fuck you do. I'm doing me. But at the same time, you cautious, like you say, you was able to just shake it off. Like, I still gonna shake it off.
and do
but
me
like,
and get out the well.
So I
and
asked,
figure my own
so
shit
I,
out.
but I
there's
asked you this
different levels to
question.
it.
But I asked you this question right here because this is what I was going with that before we head off. And maybe y'all could chime in on this. I want y'all to chime in on this. Now, my question is, being that mule, that mediocre mule, in your heart of hearts, do you feel like you're expected to excel in your field, being the mediocre mule? Like, if you aspire to be the best fucking mule, you heard? Are you expected to excel by just operating as a mediocre mule?
No, you're not expected to fail as just operating as a mediocre mule. But
Now, the difference is you may be content with being a mediocre mule. Yes, you may be. But where would that take you?
Nowhere.
So you're content with going nowhere.
But it depends on where.
That's a side of
It
things.
depends on what you're doing. Because if
I
I
think
have
that's
passion,
I think that's
if I
applicable
have
to everything that you can do.
If I have passion for this, then yeah, maybe I'm gonna go hard for
salute,
that.
salute to the conversation, for real, because
Salute.
there's mediocre mules, there's above average mules, there's no good fucking mules, and shout out to all the fucking mules, you heard? It's love is love at the end of the day.
Shout outs to the farmers, because y'all get y'all days soon.
That's a fact.
Facts. You know what I'm saying?
They be coming.
You know what I'm saying? Because you play with the mule
breaking
now.
the
What
mule's
if
back.
that, like I said, now you done lost your whole farm.
Operation.
Now these mules is finna go find better farmers, you heard? Or
you can.
better farms, you heard?
You can't.
They can operate
Them
on
other
it. Come
niggas
on,
is
you
tired
heard?
because you asked them to put dirt on that nigga. They tired. They done did one thing for you and that nigga got out. Nigga, I'll never
on.
come back over here again. I ain't help you no more.
I'm finna go vibe with that mule that you fucking
Yeah, I'm not gonna get him. That nigga is indestructible.
That nigga real right, you
He
heard?
done shook it off. He's smart.
So Christina says, what are you living for? What are your intentions?
Oh,
You know what I'm
Nice
saying?
one.
She's making regards to our conversation from last night.
Nice
Yes, and it's about not being that mediocre mule. That's
Mm-hmm.
our intentions right now.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And everything that we do right now, Cuban, you're not content with being a mediocre mule.
At all.
Do you feel you're being above and beyond if you pursue your endeavors to the strongest ability? Come on,
Yeah.
man, nigga.
But
That's
see,
up to the perception of another. You
Yeah,
heard?
that's a fact. And that conversation could go beyond it.
We gonna have a whole nother episode on that. That's
on
a big
that.
fact.
Like, because it just goes as far as you really want to take yourself. Like I said, if I'm gonna shake myself, I'm gonna shake myself for myself, and I know what's going on. I'm gonna get out that hole and I'm gonna do me for me.
You're gonna dip, no doubt.
I'm
At the
gonna
end of the
do
day,
me
the
for
end
me.
result are the same if you
I'm
survive.
gonna
If you
do me for
survive.
me. So now,
But think about the sting. Think about the comparison. The sting, it must be. The hurt, it must be.
Yes, that shit always
The
hurts.
offense, it must be for that that above and beyond mule, my G.
Of course, it
To be
always
stung
hurts.
by that farmer like that. Like, nigga, fuck that mule.
That nigga ain't
You
shit.
gotta find the right farmer, right?
That's gonna appreciate-
appreciates
come
you
on, let's-
and that knows how to treat that
Who's
shit.
in sync with
Because,
that?
like I said, they don't see you as a stallion; they see you as a mule. So they already fucked up from the jump. You feel me?
doubt.
Go to the person that know exactly what breed you are, right, and do your thing.
That's a
That's how I see it too. Like, because above and beyond for some people could be just exactly what they need, or it could just be like a bare minimum
much.
for some people.
Yeah, or it could be too much.
Right? Like,
But that's their perception.
it's their perception. Just get to somebody.
I'm
that
thinking I'm doing
appreciates
right.
you
I don't think I'm above and beyond. I'm just right, my nigga. This is how I operate regardless. You ain't gotta ask me to do this. This is the level I operate on. Excuse me.
Yes, for myself, but not for
Shout
somebody
out to the
else's
conversation.
situation.
Right, understood.
If it's for my situation, I'm gonna go as hard because, like I just said,
That's your perception.
If
yes.
I-
But
if
nigga,
I
you
go
was in
crazy-
the stop it. You was in the work field, Cuban.
Yes.
In your occupation, you did the best.
Yes,
So what happened? You did your best for others as well.
yeah,
But did you feel like it was recognized?
I did for what I thought was my best. I could have did a lot better.
That's a perception, okay.
But that's also
But shout out to the
everybody
conversation.
too.
We about to tie this up because we only got a few minutes here. So the conversation was dope, though. We appreciate
Yes.
all of y'all for chiming in and joining us here.
That's a big
appreciate
fact.
Lydiannna for joining us here today for
Yes.
this topic of discussion, and we hope y'all join us Saturday. We can't stress
Saturday,
that enough.
everybody,
Saturday,
pull
the
up,
Aura Pop-Up
pull
Shop
up,
presents
pull up,
2023 Jam
pull up,
Session
pull
at
up.
265 West 37th Street.
$7
$20 at the door, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Yes.
Damn, y'all see how I flexed that? That was
Be
good. We got
there
this shit.
or be
Shout out to y'all, dog. This shit.
squared.
Broadcast
If you need any
Come
more
through.
information,
Yes.
she been told you where
right
to
there.
find
I'm
her.
gonna put up the page again.
You know
Okay.
where to find her.
Please.
Oh, matter of fact.
If you wanna do that freestyle, Joan, you gotta hit her up right after this episode's over.
Please, for real.
It's
Because if it's
underscore
not-
Lydiannna, right?
if it's not-
underscore Lydiannna, right?
Yeah.
If it's not up there, you're gonna be missed out. But you can still
She got the
come.
flash sale in her bio. Don't forget about the flash
And-
sale in her bio right
Yes.
there.
That flash sale is going crazy right now. So
And it's really
Follow
first
all
come,
of us
first
right there. Y'all
serve,
see the
son.
overlays on the screen. Follow all of us
5,000
at underscore
square feet.
Lydiannna.
Let's
Look at
get
that.
it.
Yo, follow her for the
Spacious, let's
details
go.
and tap into her
Everything.
page.
Tap,
Tap in. I am Patch FM. Tap into
Cuban
Cuban Hound.
Hound.
You know what I'm saying?
tap into the Spittles.
Tap in.
Like, follow,
At
subscribe.
the Spittles,
Good
like,
guys,
follow,
y'all.
subscribe, tap into the YouTube
Share.
channel,
Like I
subscribe,
said,
hit the
share
notification
it.
bell,
Send
like.
it to your
We're
friend,
trying to
to
monetize
their
the
friend,
platform.
to their
We need
friend.
1,000 subscribers, so make sure you subscribe, make sure your
Yeah.
friends subscribe, your family subscribe,
We
make
gonna
sure
be
the
doing a
haters
giveaway
fucking
soon.
subscribe. You heard?
We gonna be
Shout outs
doing
to
a
that. Make sure the
giveaway
haters,
soon.
make sure the farmers fucking subscribe. You heard?
Yep.
Shout outs to-
And all his
No,
neighbors,
shout out
too.
all his neighbors,
We need-
everybody throwing the
How
dirt.
are
Make sure
you?
they fucking
And make sure
subscribe.
they send it to all their other haters too.
At the Spittles.
At the Spittles.
On YouTube, on IG, on
Everywhere.
TikTok. Come on, man. We need y'all to spread the
Like,
love.
follow, subscribe.
Every week, come here and
Send
vibe
it.
with us. Tuesday, every week, 7 p.m.-ish. I say that with a round of applause because that's just realistic how it is. But if you stay tuned on the IG
Stay
page,
tuned.
you will see us say that we're going to air at the
Every-
specific
every-
time.
every
And for those of
time.
you that are our
Every time.
closely connected
Every time.
friends and family, we hit y'all in the text every week.
Every week.
And we thank y'all for joining us. We
Thank
thank you for
you.
all the support,
Salud.
all the continued support, the future support.
Yep.
We love y'all, and we see y'all once again here at the Spittles next Tuesday. Thank you, everyone, once again.
Peace.
We love y'all.
Love.